Morning mate, how you getting on? This morning we're playing a little bit of a game of cat and mouse on the road bike. I got away nice and early this morning, about 5:30. We're planning on meeting some friends in a little town called Haast over on the west coast for lunch. Lily, my wife, and our two kids and the father-in-law who's here on holiday, they're going to jump in the car. They're going to head this way, do a bit of sightseeing on the way. So I'm going to see how far I can get, clock up some aerobic Ks, and today I thought I'd give you some tips on aerobic endurance training. The why, the how, that sort of thing. Let's go. So an example of a training session to improve your aerobic capacity or endurance capacity is like this session here. We're going to be going out for about 3.5–4 hours steady, traditionally called long slow distance or long steady distance, LSD, or aerobic endurance training. Now, I'm trying to keep my heart rate or power down somewhere in around zone 2, because if we go above that we start using a large amount of anaerobic energy. We're not training what we want anymore. When I come to hills, I drop down the gearing and try and spin up them. My heart rate's going to come up, or my power is going to come up, but I'm going to try and keep it steady down in that zone 2 for the majority of the time. So let's have a think about developing our aerobic capacity or endurance. All that really means is that we're trying to train our body to produce energy aerobically for longer, or increase the amount that it can deliver in a certain amount of time. So aerobic energy production is all about metabolizing fat and carbohydrate using oxygen, and there's 3 main areas where doing a ride like a long endurance ride, a long steady ride, builds that endurance. So number 1, developing the cardiovascular system. Now this includes the heart, the pump. The heart gets bigger, stronger, you can pump out more blood with each heartbeat. So that gets better. You get more blood. Everyone knows about that usually. That's why cyclists blood dope. But riding long develops more blood volume. Both red cells and also the liquid component, plasma. Now the second way that your endurance develops is down in the muscle, where the oxygen is used. So there's more oxygen going to the muscle from the bigger heart, more blood, but then once it gets there, there's more powerhouses, mitochondria. They're bigger, there's more of them, mitochondrial density, and then once you've got more of those, you're able to metabolize more carbohydrate and more fat as a fuel. Now interestingly, the fat that's stored in your muscles starts to be stored closer to the mitochondria, so it's easier to use it. You also have more enzymes that metabolize fat in the muscle as your training develops. So both of those components, the cardiovascular and the metabolic, can be developed using short, high intensity training, as I've talked about in other videos and podcasts, and I'll put a link to those somewhere around here. And it can also be fast-tracked, so you don't spend as much time out training using nutrient deprivation, as I covered in my last training vlog the other day when I did a nutrient deprivation ride. Well, I guess if you can improve your endurance or your aerobic capacity through repeated high intensity exercise, high intensity training, or nutrient deprivation training to training time, I guess it begs the question, why would you go out on long endurance rides anyway? I think one of the key reasons is psychology. Getting out on a long ride gives you confidence that you can complete a set distance or a set time. Also allows you to refine those other skills, eating, drinking, gets you acquainted with those little voices on your shoulder as well, and allows you to become confident in your self-sufficiency if you're venturing outside, the local area. I think it's important to get used to how the bike feels, get used to your gear, get used to your nutrition, refine those little things like taking your drink bottle in and out, refining your eating, conditioning the bum, conditioning the body. All those sort of things come from a long ride as well. I think one of the most important things is the sense of adventure and exploration that you get. I don't know about you, but for me, that getting out on the bike, taking you places that you haven't been before, was one of the things that really drew me to cycling to start with. So it's beautiful to get back and experience that as well, and I think that is one of the key things of a long ride. The ride's here. Let me know how you like this style of video. Would you like to see more of it? Comment below, make sure you subscribe, come and check out the podcast as well.